Today's video is sponsored by Picker's Grip. Stop dropped picks and pick rotation while playing with Picker's Grip. Made with all natural ingredients in Virginia. Check out their website to order. When you support my sponsor, this also supports my channel, and it's very much appreciated. Hey there! Remember this pedal? Well, if you do, stick around because you're going to want to experience a blast from the past, and if you don't, still stick around so that you can find out why this was such a cool pedal. That is correct. This is the H2O Liquid Chorus and Echo from Visual Sound. Visual Sound are now known as True Tone today. Same company, they just changed their name. This pedal was extremely popular around the 2000s, early mid-2000s. And then, of course, there's been some other versions that have come out since then. Let's hear this thing in a track followed by a playthrough demo by itself, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. So that's what she sounds like. Both sides of it, that is. Both individually and together. Let's take a closer look at it, shall we? Alrighty. So there she is. Nothing too fancy, really. Individual. It looks a lot more complex than it really is. This is the chorus side. This is the delay. Again, switch for the chorus, switch for the delay. Controls for the chorus are pretty simple, really. Speed and width, and they have this control labeled delay time, which I don't understand why. Really, what that is, it's an intensity knob, an intensity control. As you turn it up more, you kind of hear the chorus start to morph more into a vibrato effect. Because realistically, that's what vibrato is a really intense chorus effect. So, I guess technically you think of this as 3 different effects in one. Over here on the delay side, again, pretty simple. Delay controls. I think this is an analog delay, by the way. Echo time, repeats, and effect level, otherwise known as the mix control on a lot of other delay pedals these days. You also have the short-long switch over here that will give you a little bit more flexibility over the time between the repeats. So if you go to the short setting if you're looking for more like a rockabilly slap back delay type of thing, and if you want longer, flip it over to longer. That is what the back of it looks like. Just a standard 9-volt pedal, so you can plug pretty much any standard 9-volt power supply into it to run it. Mono input. Does have stereo outputs, very handy. And of course on the back is a battery compartment should you choose to run it off 9-volt batteries. This one, this is not the original battery door that came with it. Apparently got lost long ago, and somebody just cut a piece of plastic and literally just stuck a screw in the back of it to put it in place. I don't know why they did that, but that's what they did. So yeah, if you were heavily involved in the MI business, or you were a pedal nut back in the 2000s, even all the way up into the late 2000s, certainly the early and mid 2000s, you probably remember this pedal. And the reason why you probably remember this pedal is because it was extremely popular. This one and the version 2, the version 2 had more of a cartoony H2O logo on it. Had another switch over here on the side for a little bit more tonal options on the chorus side. I think there was another knob there in the middle too. I can't recall, but the version 1 and especially the version 2 were extremely popular. I mean, everybody had one of these on their board for a long time. Back in my store days, we bought and sold a ton of these things used because they were just everywhere on the used market at the time because they sold so many of them. As I mentioned, Visual Sound actually changed their name to True Tone a few years back, and they do still make, for the most part, most of the same products. They still make the the one-spot power supply and daisy chain line of products. They still make a lot of the pedals, a lot of the old pedals that they made before, including the H2O. The current version of the H2O is now a big rectangle size pedal, pretty tall. It's at least as tall as this one, maybe even a little bit more so. It's still a pretty good sized pedal, but it's narrower that way, and maybe a little bit wider that way. I think it's it's a little bit more conducive to today's pedal boards. This one is not real pedal board friendly by today's standards, with all of the companies coming out with the miniature size pedals, and companies packing more and more features onto smaller and smaller circuits to go inside said miniature sized, even smaller sized pedals. That's probably the reason why I think these fell out of popularity. Probably just for the shape alone, if no other reason, because they do still absolutely sound fantastic. I think it's a great sounding chorus, it's a great sounding delay, and it's really convenient to have them both on the same pedal and activate them either one at a time or simultaneously should you choose to do so. Very affordable on the used market these days. I think I bought this for less than $60, like $55 or something like that. Pick it up. That's not a bad price at all for a chorus and a delay. If those are two effects that you're looking for, be on the lookout for an H2O. You can save a lot of money by going that route, and maybe you can make it work on your own pedal board. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Do you remember this pedal? Do you not remember this pedal? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you hate it? Did you own one? Did you not own one? Whatever it may be. I will post links to the H2O down in the description, as well as all the other gear I used in this video, should you want to check any of that stuff out. Also, don't forget to do the likey, sharey, subscribey thing at the end. And thank you so much for watching. Adios, see you later. Hasta la vista.